Good morning, everybody. So I'm up bright and early, and it's already 6:16 a.m. here in Colorado. So that means it's 5:16 a.m. Pacific, and the goal is to get this iPhone 15 Pro Max on pre-order. And I want to do it on the Apple Store because I want to get an unlocked one, and I'm not going to trade in. I'm going to keep my handy dandy 13, and it's going to be kicked down to one of my kids, and I'll use it to film with and stuff like that. But it's time to pick up this iPhone Pro Max 15. Good times. But the problem is, no, not that it's really a problem. It's just a waiting game. Let me present my screen. So we're going to let me kill all these extra tabs. I'm waiting on the Apple site to actually come live on the Apple Store, and it hasn't come live yet. So we'll see what happens here. All right. So there we are. Um, Nothing yet. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer those for you. But we are waiting on the Apple Store to come live, and while we do that, we will hang out and have fun shenanigans, I guess. Um, uh, but I am excited to get into the new phone. So greetings to everybody that's watching right now. You might be doing the same thing that I'm doing here as we wait. And just so everybody knows, I'm located in Colorado in the United States, and the Apple Store is still down at 6:18, and it's supposed to be up by now. But 18 minutes later, and I think we might be able to scoot around and look at some other sites as well to see if they're all still down. Yeah, so we all are getting this issue. Can't order. It's been 18 minutes. See, I agree. We are all suffering the same pain right now. There's a whole bunch of us all out here ready to get in line for this thing. Oh, just now, is it open? Let's see. Not here yet. So the store here still not functioning, and not good to go. I need to come up with like a Apple auto refresh kind of thingy. Yeah, still not going. I will also open up a different browser. So Rishi says on the Amazon site it's showing pre-order but 256 gigabyte iPhone 15. Interesting. Um, I think I'm going to go, and I'm curious for folks out there that are going to buy one, what color you're going to go for. And this is in the iPhone Pro Max, so you got the black, the white, the raw, and then the blue. I think I'm still going to go with some classic black, although I guess the classic color is the white. But I'm going to go with the black myself. I think I have made that decision. Okay, store still down. We're all still waiting. So this is the maybe I should aptly rename this the iPhone 15 wait for the Apple Store to get their stream as opposed to the actual ordering stream. Um, but we'll see what happens here in a few minutes. Greetings, SRP. Welcome to the show. Um, so, which one am I going to order? I'm looking at the iPhone 15 Pro Max black titanium with 512 gigs of storage. That's the one that I've got targeted in mind. The kind of the three buttons or the three knobs you can twist on ordering are the model, so you can do the Pro or the Pro Max or the non-Pro. Um, and the difference for the Pro Max versus the Pro is just the size and then the camera, right? But that 5 times zoom is going to be useful in a lot of scenarios. Oh, look at that! Everybody out there, if you're waiting to order, now is the time to do so. So let's get into this process and see what this process looks like. Now, I want to do an iPhone 15 Pro Max. And let's do that. And then pick your finish. And I want to do the black titanium. All right. And I want to do the 512. Oh, man, that $1,400 is just painful. That is a lot of money. And I'm not going to trade in. And I am not going to finance it. I'm just going to buy it. So we're going to buy it. I'm going to connect to any carrier later because I don't want to connect now. I will in the long run connect to T-Mobile. And I'm not going to get Apple Care. I guess that's the other thing that I didn't talk about before is, do you want to use Apple Care or not? I'm not going to Apple Care it. Let's add it to the bag. So view bag. It all looks good there. $13.99, $120, so $1,500, $1,521.69, and let's check out. And I'll use my Apple ID. And we're gonna two-factor this bad boy. Trust that guy. And I guess I'll get it delivered. That's my real zip code. And then all my information here is not correct. And I'm going to actually stop the stream here. Let me take this out. And I'm going to put in all my details now. So I'm setting my current address as default. Oh, I've got like a really old in there. I'm going to delete that just to make myself feel good. And I've got my email and my phone number. Let's continue to payment. It's got a credit card in there already. And let's just leave that one in there. Maybe that'll work out okay. And now I'm just adjusting my address. It had my street number and street name in two different fields, which was kind of weird. All right, let's continue to review. And I'll put this back up for you guys. All right, now, so we're on the checkout page. And so this is what we're looking like. Delivers Friday, September 22nd. iPhone 15 Pro Max 512, black titanium. Connect with any carrier after you get your new iPhone. And I don't plan to connect mine immediately. I'm just gonna, film with it and use it to create content. And then there's a credit card, and then you can see that shipping is free. Yay! In Colorado, we get this 28-cent fee, and then estimated tax is $110.52. And just to go back over it one more time, so my mind is at ease. iPhone 15 Pro Max 512 black titanium. That's the one. Let's place this order. Let's see if they say, "Oh, we're sold out." Oh, I'm all set. All right, so I'm in good shape. So in 7 days, this should deliver. Although it's got the little spinny down there. I don't know what it's spinning. So that's it. All right, let's take a look and see if anybody has any questions. Can you tell me what the maximum discount we can get without a credit card? without a credit card, I don't even really know how to buy one of these without a credit card. Um, I suppose you could go into a carrier, and if they accept cash there, that there wouldn't be any differentiation, as far as I understand it, between credit card and cash, right? So, uh, it would all be based on just whatever deal they happen to be offering. So if you were gonna try and do a trade in at T-Mobile, you would get the same deal no matter what the payment kind is. Uh, but I don't even know if you brought a stack of $1,500 in there, what they would do with it. I guess they would take it. All right, and so uh, Ashuna's gonna go with a natural 1 terabyte. Oh man, you're going all out. Well done, sir. Um, that's a little much for me, but the 1 terabyte's really nice. I can remember when 1 terabyte hard drives first came out. And I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, right? Um, but now you can get 1 terabyte in your iPhone, right? In something this size, you can get a terabyte of storage, which is just ridiculous. It's really cool. That's awesome. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I would love to hear your story of when you get your phone and what happens. I'll be telling my story as this stuff comes in, and I'll probably do a live unboxing of it, that kind of stuff, because it's pretty fun, and live content's easy to deal with as opposed to actually going back and editing it. Rishi says he's going for the iPhone 15 128. That I think is probably going to be the the right economical choice for a lot of people out there, because you're going to get almost everything at a much better price. So I think that's a really astute choice to make. All right, I'm going to check my email and see if I've got any kind of notice from them. Okay, so I have gotten an email, and let me see. I'm going to open this up, and I'll see if I can share this email with you guys so you can see what it looks like when you get an email. Stop screen sharing. Let's present a screen, and then we're going to present a window. And okay, I think this is the right one to share. Yeah. All right, so this is the email. Oh gosh, I probably shouldn't show my order number, but there it is. Uh, yeah, I'll have to kill that, I guess. But they are showing the order confirmation that I've gotten it, which is good, and where it's going to, and all that stuff. And so that did come across, and they give you the option. It's not too late to protect your device. Get unlimited repairs for accidental damage and that kind of stuff. And so I can go back and add Apple Care if I want to. I don't know that I will do that. I'm curious, are any of you folks going to add Apple Care on to yours? Um, Joey has just pre-ordered his iPhone 15 Pro Max Natural Titanium 256 through T-Mobile. Well done, Joey. Did you do a trade-in on yours? I'm curious. I'm still on the old Magenta Max plan, and I don't really want to change my plan. And they offered more of a trade-in through the newer plan. And I thought about trading in my 13 Pro Max, but I'm going to actually kick this down to my son. And he'll be turning 13 in June, and that's when in the McCoy household, those children are eligible for cell phones. When they turn 13, they get to have a phone. Because I just can't deal with not being able to to have a tracker on them at all times. Uh, but in I talked to him. I said, "Hey, do you want a new phone? Are you okay with this one?" And because they get it as a birthday present, and he's like, "Tell you what, Dad, you give me your old phone and then give me something else, and I'm totally down with that." So I just bought the new one for myself, and then he'll get this one in a few months, and that should work out quite well. All right, please do an unboxing review as soon as it arrives. Um, Absolutely, I will do that, and I'm gonna try and figure out how to localize the spoken language in Hindi as well. so that I can do a stream and unboxing all those things, and then go back and have AI replace my voice with different languages. So that's something I'm looking into to try and make things a little more international. I will do that, and hopefully, I don't know that it can do it in real time, which would be really awesome. Could you imagine if it could, translate vocally my stuff in real time? But I will definitely do the unboxing for everybody. So I'm excited for that. Um, and Oh, you got the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and the AirPod Pro 2. Well done. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been trying to find the reason why I should use a watch. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to use it, but I've never really worn watches before. And I know people will be like, "What? What's going on? Why? Huh?" But yeah, I've never been a watch guy. If I were going to wear a watch, it would be an Apple Watch for sure. But there's got to be a reason for me to strap that thing on every morning that I just can't live without. And I've not found something that does that for me yet. Although now at work we have to two-factor using our phone, and the two-factor push. If you have a watch, it'll push, and all you have to do is just tap your watch, and it logs you into your computer. And that might be reason enough. You don't even need to look at your phone anymore. That's really cool. That's using a Duo multi-factor authentication. So that's kind of a cool thing. Um, Perfect Dark smiles or laughs, and he says iPhone 12 will always be the best phone till this day. They made the glass so durable. Man, if you are an iPhone 12 fan, then there's nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. I remember when it came out, and that was a beast of a phone, and you're not wrong. It's a good phone. Oh, so you were coming from Android. Interesting. I've got I've got a S23 uh, Ultra in my bag, and I use that as a backup camera when I film videos when I go on site. So, um, I've 100% transferred myself from a phone shooter to a cell phone shooter for video for all of my content. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to have these big cameras unless you're super rich. If I was Marquez Brownlee and I could just buy a red camera and carry it around and look cool, I probably would do that. So I'm not going to knock on him for that. But for most of the content that I create, there's not a huge advantage to using a traditional camera in that sense anymore. So yeah, I have both of those, and I'll do some comparisons of the S23 Ultra to the iPhone 15 Pro Max so people can see the difference in that kind of stuff between the two phones. So if you're interested in that content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you see that stuff come out. I also have a number of iPhone 15 Pro Max cases coming, so I'll be able to show those as well, because a case is really rather important to protect your phone, and what's the right glass protector. So I'll show installation of those items. Obviously it will be substantially different than any of the other phones that are out there. You just kind of slap it on, right? But the aesthetic and the way it looks is important. And then from a glass point of view, some of the plastic ones can make the screen look not so nice. So I'll talk about those as well. It's important to get the right one. Jim says he has a 12 Pro. It's a work personal phone, so I can only upgrade to a regular 15 128 non-pro. Is it worth losing the third camera? So my take on the cameras is, for the vast majority of people, you won't miss having the third camera. Now, if you do a lot of photography or video work, then that is likely the reason you want the phone in the first place, right? You want all of the cameras. And for me, the other than making calls, and actually making calls is a not as it's an important function of the phone, but I don't make a lot of phone calls. So really having a internet connected video camera that I can use for social media is the number one feature for me for any phone. So for me, having all three cameras and the new 5x zoom on the iPhone 15 Pro Max is extremely important, right? That's the whole reason that I want the phone. I want it because it is a internet connected social media machine. So that's what I'm gonna use it for. Um, uh, Jim also says he's never been a watch guy either. So okay. If somebody would give me one as a gift, that might put me over the edge to actually, wear it and use it. I don't know if I could force myself to actually buy one. So let's, I'm gonna share this back up, and we're gonna take a look at some of these watches, right? And then, for let me share this again. So, uh, stop screen, present, share screen, window. Where is it here? No, we'll do a Chrome tab. Share. Okay. All right. So we're back into this guy. So whatever happened on the website for this little spinny down here, it's still spinning. But let's go to the watch. So Apple Watch Series 9. Are we seeing this? Yeah, everybody can see this. So I think the watches are absolutely beautiful, right? And we'll scroll down, more powerful. Magic at your fingertips. Oh yeah, and here's the new double tap thing, right? So you just tap your fingers like this as a gesture, um, which is cool, right? And just think about the technology they have to put into these things to be able to kind of pick up that double tap, and use that to do things. So I just wonder if I get a duo push at work to log into my computer and I just double tap my fingers if it lets me in. Wouldn't that be pretty sweet? That's like I was saying before, that might be the killer app for me. Um, they make these things look gorgeous. Really, really nice. What is this? Okay, 4 foot to your iPhone. Okay, that's nothing wrong with that. Good morning, Cody. Yeah, we're doing just a little iStream. An iStream. This is an iStream, an iPhone pre-order stream this morning, bright and early, and I got my order in for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, black titanium, and the 512 gig version, which costs 2 arms and a leg, but should be worth it for the upgraded camera. And okay, one thing for folks out there is, portrait mode goes away, and now that depth information is saved, so you can take any picture and turn it into a portrait now later on, which is really cool, right? Because it was always kind of annoying to, have to go into portrait mode and all that kind of stuff. Now, one thing I don't know how it will work is, when you were in portrait mode, it would tell you you're too close or that kind of thing, right? And step away. If it doesn't have a specific portrait mode, will it still do that just in regular mode? I don't know, but we'll see. Watches is very important for me. It helps me track all of my exercise, fitness, health, and also better to glance on notification. That's true. I think that is good. Now, I track all my steps and everything with the phone. I wonder if there's an accuracy difference between the phone and the watch. Of course, the phone doesn't do heart rate and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of cool to have the watch for. So yeah, I mean, Ashun, I hope I'm saying your name right. You might be talking into to making a watch purchase, maybe as a holiday gift. Of course, yesterday was my birthday, so this is my birthday present, from myself and my family. They were like, "We will support you in your purchase of the new iPhone for your birthday." And I'm like, "Thank you, family, so much for supporting me in that." Um, all right, so let's do a little more looking at this watch. Carbon neutral, powerful insight at a glance. I guess I would have to pick what kind of band I want, because I really don't like this smooth plastic band at all. I think that's not the best look. Um, so I would swap that out for something different, I think, and maybe use that when I was going to exercise. Seems like that would be pretty good for exercise. Um, yeah, look at all. There's a lot of different band styles, and if you go on Amazon, there's like 800 billion. Okay, and then see, there's the Apple Watch SE, the Apple Watch Series 9, and then the Ultra. And the Ultra's got this cool little thing that sticks out on the side. And I like that orange trim. I'm an orange kind of guy. $800 for a watch, though, for me is kind of pricey. Uh, Not kind of price. It's a lot pricey. But I have humongous wrists. And this is 49 millimeters, so it would likely look look the best on me. So yeah, and I'm all in on the Apple ecosystem. Um, I like to be all in on the Samsung ecosystem too, and I'm creating a lot of Samsung content these days. I actually have my first television coming for review, which is going to be the Samsung OLED. And I just signed the loan agreement on that. So the way that works is Samsung will send you the television. You get to keep it for 30 days to create your content, and then you send it back, which is cool. It's really nice. And they send out the not super big ones like 65-inch, not 85 or the crazy stuff. So I'm really excited to start covering that content. But I'm a big Samsung. I guess my favorite two brands are Apple and Samsung. I really, really like both of those quite a bit, and I'm slowly converting everything in my home to Samsung. I got a Samsung frame, and I put in Samsung a sound bar underneath that, and there's some pictures of that up on my Instagram. And I already have a Samsung washer and dryer, but I'll be doing all of my other kitchen appliances, large ones, as they age out. But I've had my same refrigerator for like longer than my children have been alive. So like 15 years now. My oldest is 14. So I've had that stuff for a while. So who knows when it's going to go? Because I'm not going to proactively replace them. I'll just wait till they die. And I've repaired the refrigerator once. There was a fan piece that died that I replaced, and I've replaced the one of the wheels in the dryer, and the dryer's like it's got to be like 13 years old or something. So I replaced that, and everything is still going. And yeah, it's kind of fun when you become a appliance repair person, because I don't do much of that stuff, but I have ripped them all open to fix them. Oh, and then I had to fix something. I had to replace the ice maker on the fridge one time too. I think it's a LG that's rebranded as Sears or something like that. Um, uh, Cody says, Apple Watch has the best fitness sensor, most accurate watch when compared to others using real medical grade sensors as base. And see, I think that's awesome, and I think there is value in that, and I should probably do that. Um, Jim went with a aftermarket band. I think that's a really good choice too. Yeah, I mean, if you're ever on Facebook on my page there, the Giles McCoy social media page, feel free to post up a picture. That I think people would like to see that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. Um, I'm a Samsung fan. Just bought my wife the Galaxy 6 watch. Nice. That's really cool. All right. I think we have covered up off on all of this stuff. I'm just checking to see if I've gotten any other contacts from Apple. I did get the "we are processing your order" email. And as a reminder, the price on the phone was 1399 for the 512 Black Pro Max, and there's 28-cent delivery fee for Colorado because they charge us for delivery here, and tax was 110 bucks. So it came out to be $1,509.80. For anyone who's interested in that information, let me look in Clutter and see if anything came across in there. No. And did I get anything in junk for this? No. So it's just the one email saying that we'll let you know when things are coming, and you ordered on September 15th. So that is awesome. Scroll down. Will you buy an Apple Vision? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So that's going to be quite expensive, but I will be getting an Apple Vision Pro for sure. We have, and I'll be getting a MetaQuest 4. I think the new one will be. We've got the current version of the MetaQuest. We've got a MetaQuest Pro. So I'll be buying the Apple Vision Pro and the new version of the Meta Quest as well. I did a setup video for the Meta, and that's likely my most popular video ever. So I'll be doing a lot more coverage on the Meta side and all of the Apple ecosystem. I need to buy a new laptop too, because the laptop I have now is years old, and I mean, like 8 or 9 years old. Uh, and I might just I can't. Okay, it's either going to be a Samsung laptop running Windows, or it's going to be an Apple laptop. So those are my brands, and I'm going to stick inside of that stuff. And when I'm spending my money, it's going to be one of those two. But let's look at this. The Mac, right? And if any of you out there are experts on MacBooks, I'm curious what your opinion on that stuff is. Um, what is the difference between the 12 Pro Max and the 15 Pro Max? Oh gosh, going back, a lot of camera differences there. You're going to have the new action button on the side. There's going to be material changes. The 15 Pro Max is titanium as opposed to, I think, steel back in the 12 era. This is a 13. The camera lineup might have changed to the 3 between 12 and 13. I don't remember. I haven't had a 12 for a while off the top of my head, and I don't have one to do a direct comparison with anymore. The notch is gone, and now you have dynamic island. So there are a number of changes from 3 generations ago, and it's likely worth the upgrade, particularly if you use cameras a lot. It's totally 100% worth it. I wonder, will Apple Watch feature interfere with Apple Vision? That's a good question. I don't know the answer, but I will. Okay, I'm just gonna have to get an Apple Watch now. All right, you guys have talked me into it. I will. I won't order it today, but that'll be another stream another day, where we can work on this thing together and figure out how to order this Apple Watch. And of course, I'll go for the Ultra. Um, so what is Apple Vision? Apple Vision is the new augmented reality headset from Apple that's going to compete with Meta and all of the other augmented and virtual reality headsets out there. And why am I going to buy the Apple one? Just because. I don't know. I will tell you right now, my kids absolutely love the Meta Quest. And I've got a Pro, but they never use it. They just use the regular Meta Quest. And they love that one. So we'll upgrade. But this is kind of more the same there. Although I think the Apple, technology is going to take all this stuff next level and is going to create a lot more competition with the Facebook Meta version. I think it would be help. I think it would help when Vision Pro cannot see your hands, fingers. It would use input from the watch. It's very possible. If the watch gives position information, that would be super cool. So India price is 180,000 rupees, about 2164 US. Right on. I heard Apple's going to include a PS5 games and Pro models. Really? That would be outstanding, huh? Yeah, I just talked to some Sony folks about doing television reviews for them as well. I haven't heard back, and I'm crossing my fingers that that'll work out because that fits into my kind of new content style that I want to do. Okay, so MacBook Air, MacBook Pro. So obviously it would be one of those. I don't think I want an Air. I think I want a Pro. And I definitely don't want 13. So it would be a 14 or 16. Which one is right for you? Gosh, probably the 16, but that's $2,500. That's kind of painful. And I'm so invested in the Windows ecosystem. If you could see right over here, I have a humongous stack of gear where I'm going to do my next Windows build for PC, and it's going to be an all AMD build. So it's using the new X3D processor, and it's got the fastest of the Radeon video cards, and this I'm going to use ASRock uh, video card and their Taichi Carrera system board, which is a huge ATX board. It's massive. And I haven't done a build in this stuff in forever. And the build is primarily sponsored by Antec. So they were kind enough to send over case, fans, AIO cooler, and a PDU. So that was not a PDU, PSU, power supply unit, which is very generous of them. So I really appreciate that. Um, not all the games, but a few. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't checked that out. Easy Home Theater Tech. Good morning, sir. It's good to see you this morning. We are just buying an iPhone here, and I got that going. And now we're talking about laptops, because it's laptop time for me, and I'm trying to decide between getting a Samsung Ultra or a MacBook Pro 16. Um, and I think the price on them, gosh, I think the MacBook Pro might be less expensive than the Samsung, because the Samsung I think is like $2,900, um, which is none of these things are inexpensive at all. So let's look at this MacBook Pro 16. It is a very pretty device. The thing that I want to be able to do is edit video on the run in the same way that I do now. That is going to be the number one app for MacBook or a Windows laptop for that matter. That and just a browser and the Office suite. So gosh, I don't, I need to do a lot more research to figure out which one is right. So you got a MacBook M2 Pro and M2 Max, up to 30. See, this Max is going to be the one that I want, I'm sure, just because of the video. Um, yeah, gosh. Let's see. Up to 8 terabytes of SSD storage. I don't need that much. It's nice that it's in there. Looks good. One thing that I've always found annoying, and you guys tell me if you think this is also true. Um, so when you use the iPhone and you pull images off onto your PC, what is the process that you follow to move those files? Because it's always been super annoying for me to get pictures off of my phone and into my computer. And right now I use the Microsoft Photos old version, and that seems to work the best. I can plug it in and say, "Hey, just suck everything off into the computer," and it does so. But it feels like there would be a better way to do it. All right, so we got Resident Evil 4, but they said they were going to launch in 2024. Well, it's almost 2024. We're getting real close, so that's cool. Um, uh, so watch detects heart rate increase when vision shows you incoming sharks. Hey, that would be a good video. Your heart rate changes as you play with the vision as measured by the watch. Nice. I think you should make a YouTube channel, man. That'd be outstanding. And new Assassin's Creed, that's cool too. Because of ray tracing and high graphics, which only a 17 Bionic can handle. All right. Okay. Let's see. The A17 Pro chip, there's a rumor that the non-Pro version will have A17 chip and Pro will have a 1718 Pro version starting from next year. All right. So I think what I'm hearing is if I decide to go down the Apple path, that I need to give things a minute and see what's going to happen. Um, Ashun's got a MacBook Pro 16 2021 M1, and it's awesome, great performance, great battery life, and they look really good too. From my understanding, the portability is pretty nice. Franz Rossani says, "Sup." I think that's what the dot means. I think it means sup. Samsung Dex. What is Samsung Dex? I don't know what Samsung Dex is. I don't know. All right, so let's look here at more stuff. 6-speaker sound system, 4 forced canceling woofers deliver deeper bass. I don't know that I would ever consider anything out of a laptop computer as deep bass. But that's, I have a lot of home theater roots that I'm comparing to. If your subwoofers don't start with the size doesn't start with a 2, then you've done it wrong. Uh, all right, so Transfer photos and videos with an SDXC card reader. I don't want to do anything with a card reader. Come on. Connects to TVs or displays with HDMI output. Now supports 8K. That's good. Use Thunderbolt ports. That's good too. And Wi-Fi 6E. I have Wi-Fi 6 in my home now. I don't have 6E, but that's okay. 6 is plenty fast for us at this point for our mobile devices. My desktop, particularly the one I'm using now, is still hardwired in, and I only get 500 meg down from my internet, and all of 11 megs up is 10. So we're not hurting on the Wi-Fi speeds here. We have all we need because our internet access is so dang slow. I think the biggest thing would be internal transfers inside of the house of big files to our NAS would be the biggest thing. All right, so the MacBook Pro 14 and 16. Let's take a look. Let's click on buy here and see what kind of damage we would have on this thing. So if we're on the 16 and all right, okay. Oh, $3,500. What are we doing at $3,500 here? Magic Keyboard, Sure Force. What is on the max? Oh, I guess it's just the max is the max. I don't know that I want to spend $3,500, but you do get a cable and power adapter, and that's nice. Phones don't even have all that stuff anymore. All right, let's customize our 16-inch MacBook Pro. I need 64 gigs, and I'm going to go 2 terabytes of storage. And I do not want Final Cut Pro for $300. I do not want Logic Pro for $200. So we're at $4,300 for the laptop. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think Samsung is sounding better and better every minute of the day for their Ultra, because it's like $1,500 less. Unless somebody wants to sponsor one of these, but I don't know. I'm not Marquez Brownlee, so I don't get that love. I like that you can do. I wonder, do they have Thai? They don't have Thai. So my wife speaks Thai natively, and we always have to buy stickers to put on the keyboard so she can do multiple languages. It's almost impossible in the U.S. to get a Thai keyboard. I suppose we could buy one of these in Thailand and get a Thai keyboard, installed by default over there. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Any new comments? Okay, Samsung Dex connects to a computer through USB, makes computer screen mirror phone screen for drawing. Oh, right on. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now. And what I was thinking about doing too is I could get a Samsung laptop, and then I could get one of their tablets, and that tablet can then act as an extra monitor for the laptop when you travel. But that's where the being one foot in the Apple ecosystem and one foot in the Samsung ecosystem starts to cause problems, because I do use a iPad with my phone when I shoot. So I use a camera app that I can take my phone and set it up on a tripod, and then walk over and then use the iPad to remote view the camera so that I can frame myself up and then start filming. And if I move toward one of the Samsung tablets, obviously that's not going to work with the Apple iPhone to do that. At least I don't think it will. I'll have to check and see. Maybe it would. But yeah, that makes the tablet stuff a little bit more difficult to deal with. So that's working into ecosystems can be a little tough from that point of view. Hey, if you want, Andre, if you want to sponsor me, I'm always down for sponsorship. You can find my email address on the contact stuff on my YouTube page. Feel free to send me a message, and we can always talk about that stuff. Mr. Get Strong, look at you, man. That dude's ripped. You're a buff dude. Didn't give me an option for pickup in store. Really? it so the only reason that I think it would do that is if you are in a location and it identifies that you are not close enough to a store for it to be a reasonable pickup. So, um, where maybe depending on where you're at, that would cause issues for local pickup. I don't know, but that's the only thing that I can think of that would cause it. All right, for folks that are just joining or are hanging out, this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max pre-order live stream, early morning. So uh, the Apple website has been up and running now for about 35-ish minutes. They were 20-ish minutes late getting everything up and running. But at that point, I was able to get in and order no problem. And I have received my thank you for your order email from Apple. So I am in good shape for a new iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now I haven't hit the mark yet of being a large enough channel to receive invites to the Apple events, so I didn't get to do any new or any new content, early content from being there. Although one day I hope to make it onto that list. But I think it's really going to depend on if I can grow to. I think it maybe at 300,000 subscribers, you start getting some attention, that kind of thing. Obviously, once you hit a million, I think you're firmly in there. But as that, I am just barely over 100,000. I've got a long way to go. 4 million, but we'll be pushing along. And remember, if you want to support that, like and subscribe and forward out all this stuff, share with your friends and tell them that this is the place to be because I love you guys. I'm here for you, right? All right, now we've got um, I cannot read your name. I apologize. What's up, Mr. X? iPhone 15 pre-ordered. iPhone 15 Pro ordered. Well done. Delivers on 9/22. Awesome. Upgrading for. Oh, that is a big upgrade right there from a iPhone 10 Max. Nice. That's 5 generations ish. So that's going to be a good one for you. Yeah, I'm coming up 2 generations with mine, and I'm excited for that. And Japan is on my list of places to visit. I've only traveled through airports, and I've never spent any time in country before. And obviously, I want to spend more time there and check things out, and do some of the very very touristy stuff. But I want to go to that super famous intersection and film myself walking across with all other people. I think that'd be pretty fun. I can do that with my iPhone 15 Pro Max when it comes out, right? And then I want to go eat at some very small restaurants. Kind of the sushi bar that seats like 5 or 6 people. I have dreams of doing that kind of stuff. So, um, you know, uh, Adrian. Okay, yeah, Adrian. So if you ever have any suggestions on travel stuff for Japan, please feel free to send that stuff over. And my wife and I actually started a travel channel that we are slowly putting content on. It's not our main focus, but Travel Fanatics is out there. So if you want to subscribe to that one, we've done some content about our trips to Thailand, and we have a whole bunch of stuff that we still need to edit and post. And she's waiting on me to do voiceover, and I have been lagging. But we've got like 6 videos that I just need to voice over for, and we can post those up. Pretty fun. Ashun, so you're staying up with the times then. Yeah, I think I'll be on the annual upgrade cycle as well, starting now. Just simply because I'm going to cover the phones more on my channel, and you just have to have the phone to be able to cover it well. So I'll be doing that too. ProBeats, I have a Xiaomi phone, and I'm thinking to buy an iPhone, and I want to, but some apps aren't available though. Well, I like the Xiaomi phones. Am I saying that right? Xiaomi? I think I'm saying it right. This good stuff. I as an American in an American market, obviously those phones aren't available here for us. I wish they were, because I have when we go to Asia and we have the little sports watches for my wife, and she always buys the Mi watch, and she's got the Mi watch number, whatever it is. So every time we go on vacation overseas, she gets the new Mi watch. So she uses she uses those, and I think it's a really great brand. They make all kinds of stuff. They like hair dryers and screwdriver kits and all kinds of stuff. Um, I think it would be an upgrade though to go to the iPhone, the at least one of the top end models. Um, oh, that's really great. So they were more on time in Japan than they were here. Yeah, a lot of us here were just sitting refresh, 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 trying to get this thing going, and it was a little late. All right. Yeah, the local hole in the wall sushi places are the best. Um, now, are you born and bred Japanese, or are you a transplant over there? Because your written English is absolutely stupendous. So, I couldn't differentiate you from any other native English speaker in case. So, if you're a native English speaker, then hey, that's what it's supposed to be. But if English is your second language, you're doing awesome. Oh, you're British, right? That makes sense. Gotcha. That's why it's awesome. The travel channel rules. Thanks, man. I'm staying up with the times to my Google Pixel 7. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I like the Google Pixel. I know no more Lightning port. So on my desk right now, I have a USB hub, and hanging out of my USB hub is the Lightning and the USB-C. I will finally be able to just use USB. Is it going to focus? No, it's not going to focus. There it goes. I will be able to use USB-C only and get rid of a cable. And then my wife and I won't fight over the one lightning cable that we can find, because we always lose them. Um, so glad to have you on here, Double A. It's good to see you. And I'm going to early next year start my evening streams again. This year I did like a day stream on Fridays, which has been fine, and I'll probably continue to do that for industry partners. But I'll likely start a evening stream for us, right, to hang out and talk about stuff like this. So if anybody has any suggestions around what the right time of day to do a cool hangout stream is, let me know, and I'm down for that. Uh, I think I have more people at 7 o'clock in the morning than I do at 7 o'clock at nighttime, which is weird. Or it might just be that the stream name says iPhone 15 Pro Max pre-order live stream, and that's interesting as opposed to come hang out with Giles, because everybody's like, "Who's that dude?" um, uh, 30 years and counting in Japan. That's awesome. How fluent do you think you are with the language there now? Because that would that I'm really envious. That's really cool. I love travel, and I've never had an opportunity to live overseas for any long stretch of time. The most time I've ever spent overseas in one stretch is about a month. So I am quite envious of that. Yeah, sayonara, lightning cables. See you later. Um, what? Congratulations, dude! Baby time. I had no idea. That is the best thing in the world. I've got two boys, and you're a parent already. And as everybody knows, they're the best things in the world. Having some kids, the best thing ever. Because man, all these things that I love, I get to relive my childhood again and watch all the cartoons. And I've done that with them for the last 14 years. And now my son, he's 14, and he's now definitely a teenager. And I'll say, "How was school today?" "Good." "Can you tell me about it?" "It was good." "Is there anything I can do to help?" "You could leave me alone and let me do my homework." "Oh, okay. All right. You're definitely 14. Okay. Yeah." Um, two boys here. Awesome. Yeah. Congrats on that, man. That's good times. Um, and sometimes I bug my wife. I'm like, "Hey, you want one more? Come on." But I can tell you now, at 50, and I turned 50 yesterday, I don't know that I would want to go through the whole process of raising a baby again. Um, yeah, you can stop with the questions, Dad. I think that is pretty much the summation for the vast majority of the conversations that we have. Um, Everything's okay. He doesn't need any help. What he needs is time and peace and space. Yeah. But he's got his first homecoming dance pretty soon, so that's exciting. Um, uh, yeah, September babies rule. Yeah. So I'm a September baby. my wife is also a September baby. Our babies are February and June babies, but you'll be having a September baby, so that's good too. I love it. Um, it sounds like you've got everything all scheduled out. We scheduled our births as well, so we knew exactly when they were going to happen. Um, all right, I think we're going to close this down. I got to get ready for work here. So, if there are any final questions, please get those in. And as the camera as the phone arrives, I'll do a live stream unboxing for that and create some content around that stuff. And I'll be covering the cameras and more television stuff here for everybody more closely in the future, and then more VR as well. And if there's anything that you want to see content about, please let me know, and I'll be happy to bust that stuff out. I'll still be continuing to cover all of my home theater and hi-fi stuff as usual, and I have a stack of things to cover. I'm super behind on a lot of videos, and all the companies are like, "Are you ever going to do this video?" I'm like, "Yes, one day." And I've got a new computer build that I got to do, and just a lot of stuff. So exciting times here. So everybody out there, thank you so much for joining this morning and watching. If there are any questions, let me know, and I'll help out however I can. And with that, like, subscribe, make sure to share with your friends, and I'll see everybody in the next video.